Good evening, everybody. Tonight is the other poll for the free read, as well as Chastity Lamb's free reading. After tonight, I will not be taking any messages for a while. Sorry, I got a word here. I have to write this down. So after tonight, I will not be taking any more messages for a while. I have to get some more work done in Michael's case. And I'm going on vacation. So I will not be able to take any more messages. Chastity Lamb's reading I have done so far. I'm trying to look at this, speak, and hear some words. Chastity Lamb's reading so far has been validated by her. There are some words on here that don't go with her reading, but Michael also tries to chime in as well whenever he can, as needed, because he is very, he wants to say what he wants to say when he wants to say it, because he knows he can with me. I always give him that leeway to say whatever he's got to say. Give me anything new, anything old, anything like that, he speaks. So that's what's going on right now. I have a feeling he's coming through as we're speaking right now, but I'm going to be getting started with Chastity Lamb's reading in one moment. I do want to pick the name out and get that other free readout so that person's aware. You have 24 hours to let me know. 24 hours or I choose another name. April Sutherland. April Sutherland. She is the next free read. April Sutherland. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says April Sutherland. So that is the next person to be read after Joanna. So that is the next person, everybody. I hope everybody can be happy for that person, and so they are, you know, getting that well-deserved wait time that they've waited. Okay, now Chastity Lamb. I have quite a few things on a piece of paper for her. I feel like I was supposed to do her before Brittany Hellard, but as you know, I try to stay in order as possible unless the spirits come through and more or less say we have to do it that way. Chastity Lamb in her reading, she had a older woman come through in which she told me grandmother. But the odd part about it was, yes, she was her grandmother, but she was a mother figure. Chastity is well aware of anything that I'm going to say tonight. We've already discussed this and what came through for her. Now, her grandmother, like I said, she came through, but in the end result, she was more of a mother type to her than grandmother. I have some noise going on behind me, and I don't know if you've seen that orb back there. So yeah, we got some activity tonight going on. So I want to speak about what I picked up in her reading. I will read off the words that came through, and then we will speak on what I picked up, and we're going to see if Chasity Lamb's grandmother will come through, or speak on asking her about there's some things that she wants me to ask her if she comes through, and if she does, I will ask. They're very personal questions, so it's a lot on camera, but this was already asked of me, so I said I would ask. So the words I got for Chasity Lamb were pay, page, as in like a paper of a page, or the name page. I got the word home, time, go, pain, sever, loss, guilt, mother, peace, kind, will. See, will, that's a question mark for me. Because will, I think will is the will to have. You have to have the will to do something. I originally thought this was a name, but because I have a male who's always trying to come through, his name is Will. But I think this goes to Chastity's character, her will to succeed, her will to carry on. I got the word Denver, sick, wall, hall. Also the word Joyce, grace. And then I received a pain in the left side of my head. Also the word Joan, pillow or billow. The word clown, and then I was shown like a clown face almost, like as a as if it would be like a face of enjoyment, almost like a costume. The word move. See, this is what I was confused on, so I don't feel maybe this has to do with her. Case, time, fall, and Paul. Serve or deserve. Willow. So I know some of these do not belong to Chastity. Also, center, Tori or Dory, Chris or Chris. This I feel was for Michael Gorley. The word win, sorry, heard a word, I couldn't make it out, but I'm also being shown something, so I was trying to make out that word and being shown something. It's an elderly woman. She's kind of speaking with a body gesture. The word days. I also picked up some sort of disconnect with Brittany, or excuse me, not Brittany. Oh my God, I'm thinking of Brittany Hellard. Excuse me. I also picked up a blankness about Chastity, a disconnect somewhere. It has to do with her personal life in 2 venues, and trying not to say it until I get questions answered in her session tonight. Also a grandmother who watches over the children. her grandmother kept telling me she was cold, and she kept showing me a blood pressure cuff. And Chastity had verified that she had problems with her blood pressure, in which it would make her cold. She spoke about a little girl a lot. The word Ella or Eleonora, and in which, again, Chastity verified that as well, I believe. And she also spoke of her granddaughter being sick. The word time, warm, also the word cheat, and Chastity had told me there are reasons why she feels the way she does, because she's going through a situation right now in her private life, to where she feels blank due to a lot that's going on in her life. And unfortunately, I'm trying not to speak them on here. But Chastity knows exactly what that means, because I do feel some things in a reading should stay private. She did say that I could repeat them, but I really don't feel comfortable on placing somebody's privacy of what they're going through in certain aspects, certain things. So, will there be any messages for Chastity Lamb tonight from any loved ones? Hear the word mom. This is the second time I've heard this. I heard the word win again. This is being referenced. What does the word win mean in Chastity Lamb's reading? What does this reference to in Chastity Lamb's reading? Down. The word down. Okay, I'm being guided back to this blankness. Okay. So, Chastity told me that she was going through a period of, and I'm only mentioning this because her grandmother is telling me, pointing to my paper, and she's saying, blankness, repeat. And then she's talking about a phrase that me and Chastity spoke about. Chastity is going through a bad breakup right now, a separation, so to speak. And there was some things involved on why they are not together. And I'm being told to speak back to the blankness, to the disconnect that she feels. Her mother, I say mother because to me she's a mother figure, but says grandmother. It's like she peeks over the shoulder and says hello, but she wants me to go back to this phrase. Something about take pill. I'm gonna give that a question mark. She's rephrasing back to the disconnect and how Chastity feels at the moment saying it will figure it, more or less, it will figure itself out. Figure itself out. Go. It's almost as if she's like saying, it'll figure itself out. Just go back to the way you were. You're fine just the way you are. It's almost as like she's doing this, life is life. You just do what you got to do. She reminds me of my mother. It's very, you can go through a lot of things in life, and there's always going to be something that challenges you, but don't let that stop you in so many words. Just figure it out and keep going, just move on, just go. And she speaks of the emptiness and the blankness as a slithering snake will always be sneaky. Take heed. Warning lesson. Always. Something about glue. Okay. So what she's showing me at the moment, she's showing me, hold on, I'm going to put my crystals here down. She's showing me, be the glue. Be the glue that sticks things together. Be strong and be that glue. Lesson. She keeps speaking of lesson. Lesson learned, but be the glue and hold yourself together. The word. This is another word, grace. So, Chastity, I'm assuming you either know who this is, or this could be someone that you don't know and they're speaking, but my jacket just moved by itself back there. I don't know if you heard that. So to Chastity's grandmother, Chastity Lamb's grandmother, would you like to tell her anything special, or would you like to, she would like to know, Ella, she's speaking of the granddaughter. Also a picture. I'm not sure what flow means. Could be flow or float. Maybe your daughter is in a picture, maybe on a floaty, or something to do with water. I'm not sure yet. She would like to know about her daughter, your granddaughter, about being sick. Can you give her any direction on what exactly can she, what's in store for the baby that's sick a lot? Something about time. Saying Ella. It sounds strange because I know this name. She's almost calling her like an Ella Louise. I don't know if that means something. That could mean like some sort of inside joke to her. Like maybe there's a nickname that people would call somebody named Ella, and Louise would be like I think that's an actual person that's on TV. Maybe she's saying she has, she looks like a person of that stature. I'm not too sure what that means yet, so just bear with me. Chastity would like to know if there's something that you need to tell her about your granddaughter, Ella. Ella or Eleonora. Is that on there? She's showing me a hand touching her, like showing me sick. Sick, time, will, power, place, give, love. Oh my goodness. How wonderful. She says, fill, feel or fill, sick, time, will, power, place, give, love, will. She's telling you that you have to have the willpower to fight for her when she is sick. Give her all the love. That's the only medicine that you can give is love. Love is a wonderful power to give somebody when they are sick. She also speaks of time. Is there something else that you want to talk about, Ella, with Chastity? Can you tell me more about what you mean with time? Time as a reference to, is there something that she needs to know about Ella? Is her sickness going to get worse or is it going to get better? She says better. She speaks about prayer. Time, will, love. Is there something wrong with Ella that will... Is there something wrong with Ella that I need to tell Chastity? Is it Ellie, Ella, or Eleonora? She says Ellie. Okay. Something about a face. She shows me a little girl. She looks... She almost looks to have, I want to say sandy brownish blondish hair almost, if I'm saying that correctly. There's always a... She's telling me yes. Okay. That's her. Share. Okay. Is there something wrong with her that her mother needs to know ahead of time? Sick, sick, sick. Home. She says sick, home. Are we talking about you? Are we talking about the granddaughter? Your granddaughter, Ellie. Ellie, okay. Is there something that is really important that you need to tell her about the baby? Or I call children babies. They don't have to be a baby. They could be a toddler. They could be, 5. To me, that's a baby. So she's showing me an arm. Blood. I'm not sure what she means. I mean, because I don't want to worry Chastity. Okay. I will let her know this through Messenger, because it's not something that you say on camera. You're a grandmother, you know that I wouldn't want to get her worried. She's telling me to show you. As soon as we are done with this, I will definitely message her right away, okay? Now, is there anything else that I need to know about Ellie? She's telling me something about her shoes, the little girl's shoes, your daughter's shoes. They look like to be sneakers. I think she's telling me this so she knows, so that you know that she's with you. Something about the lace. Maybe it's saying her shoes are untied a lot, maybe? I'm not too sure. What does that mean, dear? I feel like she's speaking about her shoelaces. Now, Chastity told me when I had asked her about the person that was coming through, which was the grandmother, which is you. I know grandmothers are very special, but you are more than just a grandmother. She had told me that you raised her. You raised her. So can you do me a favor? And Chastity wants to know, Chastity would like to know what her mother was like, her name. She said she never knew her mother. And that would make sense why you came in through so strong as a grandmother, but her mother-like figure. Is there a reason why you won't tell me the name, or do you know? She's showing me a picture of Chastity's face. I'm not understanding why she's referencing it like this. She says, you're too pretty. You're too pretty. That it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She says, I'm your mother. I'm your mother. Can you give, I don't know who Grace is. I keep hearing the word Grace. And now Grace can be having to do with a religious feel, or Grace is someone's name. Grace. Okay. Do you have any advice for Chastity? Do you have any words of... Do you have any advice to give her about the babies, or about what's going on in her life, in her personal life right now? What do you mean? She's doing this. Would you like to tell Chastity any messages about any, I'm not sure what that means. Not sure what she means by shortcomings. She speaks of the word cheat. Don't go back. Live. Life. Come to a better place. She's saying shortcomings, cheat, don't go back, live life, come to a better place. As in, bring yourself to a better place. Forget the pain, forget the numbness, because we can live, we can love, no matter the situation. We still can feel, we still can have love in our hearts, even if we have been hurt and we don't know where to turn, so to speak. Speaking about a car. Car and grace. Ella Louise. I either this is her name or not. I know Ella is, but it's almost like she's giving your daughter a nickname, so to speak. She's showing me this picture, but the picture that she's showing me isn't a up-to-date picture, if that makes sense. Do you remember the pictures where you snapped a picture and it came out of the bottom? That's the kind of picture she's showing me, and she's pointing at it and she's tapping it. She's saying, look there, tell her that. I'm not sure what that would mean. Maybe you have a photo that is something of hers and she wants you to look back at it of some sort. Maybe somebody's, if I'm seeing correctly, it's a person that's sitting down, but it's an older picture. It looks to be a child. But she's saying Ella. She's saying me. I think she's trying to say, like, Ella is a lot like her when she was little. Is there something that you want me to tell Ella for you through Chastity? Chastity can give her a message for you. She said, tie your shoes. But what grandmother doesn't say that? Tie your shoes. Fix yourself. Just don't blame yourself. She's giving me almost a sense of, I don't know if this is for you or for Ella, but I feel like almost she's telling a mother she's telling a child what a mother would tell a child. Tie your shoes, brush your teeth, clean, something like, she's talking about tie your shoes, brush your teeth, clean. Floss. Wow. You were definitely a mother. A mother figure, a good mother figure. Did she walk with a cane? Because she's saying the word cane. Soul. She said the word soul. She's also showing me a picture of what looks to be, well, I see her with, no offense, okay, really white hair. I have gray hair too. It's just covered. Don't let it fool you. She's saying chastity, but this is a picture of a girl hugging what looks to be her. And she says, miss you. She says, miss you. But it's okay. And she's saying, I love you. But there's something that I've picked up on about her. I see a lot of, I don't know if I'm going to explain this correctly, or if it's going to match what I say with her. She speaks with her hands a lot, as if somebody who would have had a hearing loss and they had to use their hands in order to speak. This could be just her doing something that she did in life, using her hands across her chest to show how could be also a symbol of her showing me how she feels about you. When you say, I love you, she could be saying, feel. She's shaking her head, yes. I think it's like a symbolization of how she's telling me. She says, trust. Sign. As in sign language, or I'm not sure why she keeps mentioning the word flow. Now that could be a person's name, or the word flow, like the river flows. You are just a very good person, and I think Chastity loves you very much. I know she has a really emptiness in her heart. It was nothing that anybody really could fix. You raising her was one of the most generous, kindest things that you could have done. Unfortunately, when wanting to know who her mother was, I know you're her mother. She's saying, I'm her mother. It's just that void of feeling, wanting to know who she was, wanting to know what she was like. She says, no, no. Mistake. She's saying mistake. almost trying to say, like, it's a mistake, you don't want to know. Do you have any other messages for Chastity Lamb, her grandmother? If I've upset you, I did not mean to upset you at all. Those were just some questions that Chastity needed me to ask you. And I wanted to do what I said I promised to do for Chastity. So if there's anything else that you'd like to tell her, she says goodbye. It's almost, she's talking about the Ella again, but she's saying I love you, but in a way that I love you. I love you. Like a carefree, I love you. It's not, I guess I would say she wasn't a huge talkative person. She was talkative to her base group, but she wasn't a huge talker. She really was more of about action, doing more instead of saying, you know what I mean? It was more of, instead of speaking about doing something, she did what she wanted to do. She had that goal for life. She had that go-getter attitude, and she did what she had to do. She said, I raised her, and I'm proud. She's speaking with her finger. She said, I'm her mother. She says, Ella's my baby. Oh. Always. Well, thank you for coming. You have been a joy to speak to. I really like your energy. I thank you again for coming. I'm going to place this up for Chastity to see. This is an actual video I'm recording for Chastity of you speaking to her. And yes, she can't see you, honey, but the words that you speak, she will know it's you, because she will know your demeanor, the way you spoke in life, the way you speak about your great-granddaughter. And she will know it's you. Just by the way you're speaking to me, she'll know it's you by the way you were in life. And there's things on here that she's only going to know. She's showing me I'm not sure if it's a soda bottle or I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Well, I'm going to place this video up for her so she can see it, and I will read back to her as the video is downloading, and I will read this to her and let her know the things that you said before the video is going to take a little bit to post. So I'll read to her exactly what you were saying, and I appreciate you for coming. I thank you for coming, and Chastity knows that you loved her. Chastity knows that you cared about her, and she is going through a lot at the moment, but I think these words are just what she needs to know that you're watching over her and help her make it, because she's really looking for advice from you, because you are, like you said, her almost like her mother, and she really appreciates that, and she really was looking for that advice from you. Speaking of the word time, the word big. Well, like I said, thank you for coming. You are a joy to have and to speak to. I will let her know all the things that you did say, and I'm sure there's some things on here that she's going to really enjoy, and I will tell her what you said about Ella, and I will message her and let her know, okay? Yes. So thank you for coming, dear, and it was a pleasure to have you. And now I do release your energy back to go to the other side. And Chastity is always wanting to have guidance from you and speak to you, and I think that it'd be great for you to show her signs that you're around her, and just keep doing what you're doing and being that sweet energy and watch over her and her daughter. And oh yes, she says she's watching over your Ella. Don't you worry about that. She didn't say it in that way. She just said she's more or less watching over your daughter. Well, thank you for coming, dear, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and you have a nice time getting back to where you're going, okay? Blessings upon your travel. Goodbye now. Oh, well, Chastity, when you see this video, I think it's really important that you not forget that the question that you wanted answered, she really loves you she really loved you like a daughter, and she doesn't think, knowing who your mother is, she says that would be a mistake, but also, she said, I raised her, I'm proud, I raised her, I'm her mother. And as hard as that is, and the blankness that you feel, she said, go back to it, take heed, warning, lesson, be that glue for your family, hold it together, bind your family together. You are as strong as she raised you, more or less. I'm not too sure about the word win. She says that quite a few times. You'll figure everything out. It takes time. But she said it in a way like, don't worry about it. You're going to figure everything out. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep being that glue. And she was just very sweet and very loving and very, I'm the mom, I'm the mom. She's more or less of a carefree soul. Oh, life is life. You'll get through it. It always works out in the end. So you're very blessed to have somebody like this watching over you and who got to raise you in life. So Chastity, I will message you in a few minutes and let you know about the reading, and you can get back to me and let me know what is it's something private that she told me that I can't repeat on here. So I will get to you in just a few minutes. And again, the person that I called for the reading is April Sutherland. Have a good night.